Hi, everyone, and welcome to our weekly team call. Today is the first Thursday of the month of April, and I am super excited because that means we're headed into the second quarter of the year. That means chapter 4 of 2017, and I'm excited. I'm excited for many reasons because that means that the theme that we've set up for our year 2017, growth in action, is truly happening. And for some reason, I love the month of April because it makes me think of things starting to bloom and things starting to come to like freshness and restart and all of the goodness that comes. We're all preparing for Easter or for Passover, whatever celebrations you celebrate during the spring, but also spring break. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. Our team will be going to Punta Cana in 17 days. Yay! It's a trip that we earned for helping other people make changes in their lives, and we achieve Success Club by doing that. And those points accumulate and they are equivalent to cash, and that cash pays towards the trip. So every year, Beachbody does that as a reward for people who want to help other people. And all you need to do is achieve Success Club 5, it's just Success Club 10, and that way you are able to save on those points so that you can go on a trip as well. Our next trip will be to Riviera Maya next year, 2018. We're going to Hard Rock in Mexico. So that's exciting. And that's a good way to set yourself up with a goal that you want to work towards. So every month, set yourself up to achieve Success Club, which means to help 3 people get started with their health and fitness goals. This Saturday, April 8th, we will be having our Super Saturday. So if you are in United States, Puerto Rico, or Canada, you can attend this live event where you will hear about 4 new releases that will be happening in the company. You'll get first-hand information about things like, I don't even know, and I'm part of the market council, so I don't even know what's coming, and we will all be surprised. All I'm going to tell you is if you're in New York City, you don't want to miss it. Carl Deichler himself will be coming, and he's going to be, sharing as usual his vision and his impactful messages, which will leave your soul on fire. If you are not in New York City, that's not an excuse. You can still attend the Super Saturday or Super Sunday near you. If you need help finding one, please reach out to one of us and we will be more than glad to guide you towards that. Because I don't know about you, but this business is something that you want to surround yourself with people who are doing exactly like you. Because that's how you learn, that's how you network, that's how you partner up with other people who are also doing what you're doing, and you expand your network of friends. And I can't explain what you feel in these events unless you go yourself and experience it for yourself. For those of you who are interested in attending live trainings, there is another training that is happening. It's the playbook, the game plan in Philadelphia. This is happening May 6th. This is not by Beachbody. This is a training that we do on a separate basis so that as coaches, we can be equipped to empower and to lead other people. It is a one-day event. It's from 8 to 5 p.m. Norris, myself, I believe Haley and Stacy have already purchased our tickets to go. If you're interested in attending and going, please reach out again to me. I have posted the invitation in the group and in the chats. I will be more than glad to give you more information. If the tickets are available, you can still go. All right? But there is a cost to that. Okay? So just know that you can go on the same day or stay as such. So for the month of April, today we have our team call. Next Thursday, April 13th, we have a special guest coming for Meeting of the Healthy Minds. And this is a special guest who will be speaking from her personal experience on the reset. So this is going to be an amazing call for you to hop on and also to invite your customers, your prospects, to get to know why is it that is so important to put our nutrition first on this journey. All right. The following Thursday is April 20th, and we will have another team call, and we're going to keep going with the same theme of story, because I think that's where we need to become stronger. So today we're going to learn about crafting our story. Next team meeting, we're going to talk about scheduling our story. So it's going to take some time, but we're going to get very good at it, okay? And for April 27th, we are scheduled to have a meeting of the Healthy Minds. Norris, myself, and Damari will not be in here, and we're not going to be available. We will be returning from Punta Cana on that day. So I need a volunteer or volunteers to lead that call. And that's going to be for April 27th. We can talk more about it, and just reach out to me and say, Unides, count on me. I will be leading Meeting of the Healthy Minds, and I will hand everything over to you, and you're more than welcome to participate as the leader that you are. All right, so let's get into the meat of this call. I don't know if you guys listen to the National Wake Up Call, but this should be something that you listen to as part of your personal development on a weekly basis. Podcast is available to you so that if you're not able to listen to the National Wake Up Call every Monday, 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern time, you can catch the replay on podcast, or you could use the phone number to listen to the recorded call. These are calls that the corporate Beachbody prepares to help us understand best how to become best coaches. So they teach us the best practices so that we can be successful, because our goal is that we all achieve success. And at the end of the day, there is some time to actually sit down and learn, and then do, and then learn, and then do. So today we're going to take some time and talk about a little bit more in depth about the topic Chalene Johnson shared, which is sharing our story on social media. And I thank Diana, because she reached out to me and she was like, Unides, this would be a great topic for us to go deeper in our team calls, because that's one of the areas in which we struggle. And it's one of the areas that I personally, or your sponsored coach, cannot help you do unless you put your own voice and your own part into. Because it's something that your story, only you know it. Your journey, only you know it. I can guide you, but then it needs your voice. It needs your pain points. It needs your story. And it does take a little bit of uncomfortable feelings, and it does take you stepping away from being secure, and it does take a little bit of vulnerability. So that's the first thing that we have to come to terms with. We are in business, and this business is specifically focused on people, helping people. It's not like I am selling you a shampoo and you basically buy the shampoo, and you go ahead and you use the shampoo. You end the shampoo. You decide if you like the shampoo and you want to continue using it, or you want to move on to a different brand. This is a lifestyle change. This is a product that it can eventually transform your life. So therefore, life is involved. And I think the hardest part for us as leaders and as business owners is putting our lives out there, because we are fearful of we're fearful of what people might think of us. We're fearful of what are we going to say. Like, we don't have a story to share, or my story isn't as good as yours, because we compare ourselves with other people. But at the end of the day, you're in this journey because there is a story that you need to share. And there is power behind that story. But you have to let go of your insecurities and put yourself out there, because the person that will need the help will be connected to you. All right. And that's the way that when people tell me, Unides, I don't know if I can do what you do, I'll tell them, well, what is it that I do? And they'll say, I don't like to sell. I'm not a salesperson. I don't like to be salesy. And I'll say to them, that's exactly why I do what I do. Because I have a passion for helping people make changes in their lives. And the way that I lead my business is I lead by example. So what I do is I have changed and transformed my life. And through what I have done, I share so that other people can do the same. And I share that I am a mother of 2 children, that I am busy, that I was a teacher, I have a faith, I am a wife, I am a sister, I am a friend, I am Latina, I am Dominican, I love food, and I have the responsibilities of a mom to cook for my family. And how have I transformed that? And that's what we're going to talk about today. So as I speak, I want you to take out a piece of paper. I hope whenever we do these calls, you're ready to take notes and learn and apply, because you're going to be using these ideas and these tips and information to later on put them into practice, because that's the only way you'll learn. You can hear me talk all you want, but if you don't apply what you learn, then de nada te sirve, then it doesn't serve you any purpose. We base our business off of 4 behaviors. And when we're sharing our story, we can link our story to those 4 vital behaviors. And later we'll understand how. So the 4 vital behaviors are: number 1 is be proof that the product works. So we are users of the product. What are the products? The products are anything that is in the Beachbody store. So it can go from the performance line to Shakeology, to the fitness programs, to the mats, to the weights, to the balls, anything that is in the store of Beachbody. You are proof that those products work. You are another vital behavior number 2 is invite, invite, invite. And the way I understood these 3 invitations is that number 1, you're inviting people to enter your life, your personal life, the life as Unides. I don't want people to look at Unides and think of Unides as the Shakeology user, because that will come and go. I am not Unides, the Beachbody coach. I am Unides. I have feelings. I get pissed off. I am happy. I love certain things. I dislike certain things. And that's the Unides. I invite people to come to me. That's the first invite. The second invite is to come and be part of my fitness programs. I invite people to come and change their lifestyle through fitness and nutrition. And the third invite is to come and be part of the business opportunity. So there's 3 ways that you can invite, and that story can be shared in different formats. Then there is personal development. If we want to grow in this business, we must be willing to invest time in personal development. Whatever books you are reading, anything you are listening to, something that is capturing your mind or teaching you a lesson, it is your responsibility and obligation to share that with other people. So if I am reading a devotional on a daily basis, whatever that devotional does to me, I'm going to share it out there. If I am reading a book about business empowerment, about women empowerment, I'm going to share that out there. It's part of my personal development. If I am learning something to change the way I think about food, I'm going to share that out there. And that's my personal development. And our 4th vital behavior is recognition. Recognition can go a very long, varied way. Recognition is identifying things you are proud of in the community you serve or that you are surrounded by. So if there's a group of friends in your circle that you are proud of, take time and recognize those friends. If you like a certain role model, they can be public figures. They can be women or men or people in your world, in the community who have made an impact. And because of that, you look up to them. So you highlight that. You celebrate that. You celebrate the fact that you're part of a group of people who are doing things that are positive. You celebrate that. And the way you look at how and what you celebrate, let's say, for example, in my case, I celebrate the behaviors I want to see continued in my circle of friends. I celebrate the behaviors that I want to see implemented in my business. I celebrate the behaviors that I want my clients to duplicate when they join me. I'll give you an example. So I have friends who are resilient, who are faithful, who are determined. I take days to highlight those friends. If I have a coffee date with them, we take a picture. And once I'll save that picture, and when that day is appropriate, I will celebrate that friend. And I will say things that I admire about that friend. Why do I say that? Because I want to attract more friends like that into my lifestyle. I look at coaches who are members of my team or coaches who I admire in the network, who are part of the team, maybe of the outer team. I admire their qualities, their characteristics, their things that make me say, wow, I really like the way they do blankety blank, because I want people like that in my life. I'll look at people who are probably famous and I'll admire them. Like Gloria Estefan is one of them who I remember going to a Broadway show and I was impacted by her story. And I related it to my personal life and I celebrated her and I recognized the things I admired from Gloria Estefan. And she's a total stranger. I don't know her, but she impacted me. So those are things that I use to recognize. If there's a challenger in my group, in my team, a prospect, a client of mine who has had amazing success, they have followed the program, they are teachable, they do as I say, I want that behavior to be duplicated. So I go ahead and I share that. And those are the 4 vital behaviors shared. Notice how in none of those ways I'm mentioning programs, I'm mentioning join my team or join my program. I'm sharing the fact that these things are part of who I am and help me be a better person. So I'm going to stop right now because this is an interactive call. And I want somebody to raise their hand or participate and share what can we do to share our story better?
So what happens to me a lot is that I have an idea about how to share my story and then I overthink it, or it's basically overthinking it. And so this past week or so, or lately, I've just, whatever comes to mind, because if I'm going to post the food, I look at it, I'm like, oh, but it's not pretty. Oh, but I didn't have, it's only like a protein and a carb. It's not a vegetable. I think way too much. So, and then I also think, oh, am I posting too much food? Am I posting too much workout? Am I posting too much motivation? So I'm like, like stop and just post and post. So I just feel like, and people always say this, like fail forward. So if I'm messing up, but I'm just like letting it go. And just posting. And then something like from Shalene said, or I listen to so much personal development. I'm like on personal development overload. So I don't know who said what, but Another thing that I'm doing is like with my post about my workouts is just saying exactly how I feel. And like I did that today, yesterday, like, and just saying like what I struggled with at that moment or how I felt, and just say the truth. Just say exactly how I feel.
So I love what you said. You said that you overthink it. And usually when we're overthinking, we just
I stop myself, from doing what I should be doing.
But you also shared something that you stop and think about. Am I sharing too much food? Or am I sharing too much workout? Or am I sharing too much of this? And one thing that I do is I check myself. And you'll learn this with practice. So I don't do a food post, a food post, a food post, a food post. Or I don't do quote, 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 because at the end of the day, people are turned off. It's like a magazine. You want to keep people entertained. You want to keep people getting to know you, to trust you, and then to reach out to you because you're adding value to their lives. So what I usually do, and this is a system that I developed, maybe you can develop your own system, but you have to stay consistent until something works. So what I learned to do was I start my day with a positive quote or a positive thought that motivates me into becoming better, or something that inspires me. It can even be while I'm listening to Autumn right now, because she's the person I'm working out with, and she'll say things like, if you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. So I think, okay, and I keep a notepad next to my workout so that I can write that down. I'll maybe use that later, or maybe I'll use it with my workout. Then another thing I do is I try to sprinkle my things. So today I had a very delicious food, and I don't have time to go in detail look at what that food can do for other people. So I take a picture and I save it for later. So instead of overthinking it, if I don't have a lot to say about that, I go with what I have in the moment and what feels right. So go with your gut, because at the end of the day, that's what people want to know. So if you're struggling with getting up at the same time every day, share that with people. What did you do to get up in the morning? And you don't have to sound like anybody. Sound as if you're speaking to somebody else. So one way that I would start all of my things is, let's say, for example, so today I was really tired. The rain wanted to make me stay asleep. I know I have to get up, so I turned my alarm clock off. I'm almost speaking to a friend. And that's how I envision myself, because the people who follow me on Facebook are my friends. I consider them my virtual friends, and I'll say that to them. Thank you for being my friend. So speak to people as if they are your friends. And the other thing I was going to say is take lots of pictures. Take pictures of, I see a lot of us, we're moms, we're wives, we're sisters, we're friends. But when you go to your Instagram page, you don't even know who your family is. Like, there are members of our team that I go and I'm like, oh, if I were to see her with her husband, I wouldn't even know that's her husband, because you don't have a picture of you and your husband. You have pictures that are always pretty, like always looking beautiful, always over filtered. People don't want fake. People want you real. Sometimes it's beautiful to have a bright picture, but sometimes it's beautiful to also see you. So focus on being you, because in the end, that's who you want to attract. And don't hide behind quotes, because a lot of people have a beautiful Instagram and a beautiful Facebook shared from other people's quotes. Use quotes to motivate your post and turn it into your own. And that's how I've been doing also. So I'm going to be quiet. Thank you, Diana. The floor is open. You can unmute yourselves and share what you think can help other people create, stop selling and sharing more. And instead of leading with the product, leading with your personal story, your personal struggles, and adding value to people's lives. Because at the end of the day, that's our goal.
I'll say something again if nobody wants to say anything. There was this call on branding. I forgot the girl's name, but she did something that I've been working on. She said to write a list of who you are, right? And then have 10 things of who you are. So we could even do it now if you want.
Let's do it.
Okay,
How would you write a list?
So for example, this was my list. Mom of 2 girls. I love my shows, especially on Thursdays, but I DVR it.
What kind of shows do you
like How to Get Away with Murder, which is off already, but Scandal and Grey's Anatomy. Like Scandal's gonna be crazy today if anybody watches it, but I watch it whenever I get a chance. I'm not gonna
fix it. I wait for my husband on weekends. That's how we binge watch. But Huck,
yes. Oh my God, I know. I hope he's not dead. I swear, I hope he's not dead. But
that one.
But that's gonna be one of my posts. You know, like but I get to watch it so sporadically that I try to stay away from it so people don't spoil it. But I love feeling healthy. I'm married. What did I put? Oh, I'm an educator, a special education teacher. I love to dance. I love chocolate. I love homemade remedies. I'm a mom. I think I wrote that already. But mom of girls, yeah, I wrote that already. No, she thinks she said 7 because I think I just wrote 7, and then I just added certain things like supporting my family, like my husband. And then she said, take those things that are about you and then create tips. So let's say how to talk to your kids. Like I did a post this week about how, about like the kids' playroom and how, and actually I asked for recommendations about, because you could also just ask them, like, people, like, what do you do with your kids?
Hold on, because you're onto something. So I like where you're listing things that represent who you are. And then from there, you
branch
your post idea. And
so being a mom of 2, what are the struggles you go through? You could do different posts. You could put tips, like something that worked for you, and you're just sharing it, or putting it out there like, I'm having, this things going on with my kids, and what do you do when that happens?
So let's go and do a list, all of us right now.
Yeah.
And then let's list ourselves. Let's list what are the things that represent us. What are some things we like? Movies. Are you like a romantic movie? Are you a science fiction movie? Are you not into movies at all? Do you like coffee? Do you like sweets? Do you like dessert? Do you like shopping? Do you like makeup?
You guys could share things that you put on your list.
I know that we've mentioned this before, and I'm not sure if everyone has done it, but creating kind of like an avatar is really good, and sticking just to that, because sometimes I know that I can get lost because I love a lot of things, and you can get kind of lost in the jungle in a sense. Like, who are you posting to? So always remember, like, to focus on the avatar and the person that you want to connect with. Like, who is your tribe? Like, define the tribe you want to work with. Like, the beauty of this opportunity is that you get to choose your business partners. So by you focusing just on who you want to work with, you're going to target them, and you're going to be intentional about your posts, and you're going to focus on that individual that you want to bring about into your team. So you're speaking to them directly. You're not speaking to thousands. You're only speaking to 1 or 2, right? And a lot of times we can get focused on, oh my God, only 12 likes, or I only got 9 likes. If you're just targeting your avatar, you'd rather the 9 than 1,000, because who cares for the 1,000 likes if those people are not nowhere near the tribe that you want? So what do I mean by that? Focusing on your avatar helps. So create your vision of your tribe in one person. Like, create your avatar, the twin of you. So if I had the opportunity of meeting another Norris, which that is the tribe I I hope to have, a tribe of women that have similarities to me, or the common ground. So faithful women, women of strong character, women that have good work ethic, women that want more out of life, go-getters, people that, yes, they care about themselves, not superficially, but they want to look good in a sense and smell good and go shopping for makeup and tend to their husbands, still have that sass in them. Moms, because I connect more with mothers. So that's my avatar, women that are career driven, yes, that have more to life, like they want more out of life, that are hungry for more. Those are the women that I want in my tribe. So I know that when I speak to them, I will always refer back to when I felt trapped in my 9 to 5. I'll speak about that cubicle because I felt like a trapped cat, like a bird. I remember un pajarito enjaulado. So I speak to them about that, being overweight, people that have struggled with emotional eating. Hello, I love food. I still clap for food. So I will incorporate food and how I've been able to embrace healthy eating, because food is life, food is fuel. It's not that I'm feeding my emotions anymore. So I speak to that avatar, I speak to that person, So I highly suggest, if you haven't, I know that sometimes we sound like a broken record, but creating your avatar will help you so much in crafting your post, so it doesn't become that complicated, because now you're just focusing on the one and not on the trillion.
And here's one way, like, let's say if you were to look at the avatar, the woman I'm seeking, she looks a lot like me. So I'm looking for moms, I'm looking for wives, I'm looking for women who've had C-sections, because we understand each other. I'm looking for teachers. I attract a lot of teachers and women who like to surround themselves around children. I surround myself by a lot of coffee lovers. I love coffee. I share my love for coffee. So that is one way that a lot of women stop on my Instagram, because I'll post a delicious coffee post, or I'll post a coffee mug. I love mugs. I'll share my love for mugs. If you see me with a mug, you're going to know that I'm going to save that and I'm going to post it. I love to cook, and I like to cook and share my cooking tips. I'm a goal getter. I set goals and I do everything I can to go get after that goal. I share my passion for being more. I learned that I am a faithful, non-traditional woman. So I'm not religious. I'm not your meek type of humble type of faithful woman that everything is all about God and waiting for God to come from the skies and do and rescue them. I don't need God to rescue me. I want to act in faith while he comes and helps me through it. So I go through life kind of like standing up to it and being like, and what? Yes, God has my back, but I'm going to put in my work. So I have that kind of attitude where I don't want anything to be given to me. I'm out there to get it. You know what I mean? I am a sister, and I am a sister not only to my sister, I'm a sister to other women who count on me and can confide in me and can speak to me as that sister. I love conversations. I'll have conversations with whomever on social media. I'll send messages to people, and I do that out of the goodness of my heart. There are many things that piss me off, and I'm okay with sharing my opinions about certain things and turning it into a positive. When people look at you up and down, like, you ever see someone, you walk into a place and somebody is going to say hello to you, and before they look at you in your eyes, they start from your toes and they look up and they go like that pisses the life out of me. And I'll say that I hate it when people look at me from the bottom up, like, look at me in my eyes. But I also share what are the things that make me happy. Music makes me happy. Being around people makes me happy. I don't know, shopping, being with friends makes me happy. Working out makes me happy. So I'll share those things. I also love being home and spending time with my family. So whenever I have family time, I'm sharing that with people. I want to surround myself by people who want to invest their time with their family. I want them to have valuable but I share my family too. It's not like I just want you to show me your family, but I share you my family, you know? I'm a career woman. I have a master's degree. I'll share with others the fact that I did go to school. I understand what it means to be stressed out during testing periods and finals and quizzes and tests. I get that. I'm not a sexy kind of woman. Like, I'm not very showy. Like, I don't show a lot of skin. Just recently I made it my goal to just go on my workouts, and like, I do this because of my brand. Like, I'll do my workouts on a sports bra, but that's me pushing myself out of my comfort zone. I love wearing clothes. Like, leave me covered and I'm happy. But sometimes you have to attract a certain woman who's not only overweight and wants to stay that way, but a woman who wants to improve her fitness and her physique. I'm conservative in the sense where there are things that, like, I don't wear bikinis. In order for me, like, I'm looking for a high waisted bikini bottom because I feel uncomfortable with bikinis. I'm not fashionable, and that's my weakness. And that's where I relate to other people. So here's the thing. I can't always just be good. I can't be perfect, right? Because I'm not. And I'm okay with showing my imperfections because there's other people like me who are imperfect. There are other people who, like me, need help in many areas. So I suffer. I'm overcoming anxiety and depression. And those are my weaknesses. I am an emotional eater. I love sweet food, especially ice cream. I can be very fearful if I let fear control my life. I used to be a people pleaser. So those are all my weaknesses. And when I hear opinions of others, they affect me. So I share that on social media. But then my strength is I find joy in everything. I look for the positive twist on things. Okay? So now somebody else wants to share theirs.
Real quick, I just wanted to clear up that we were talking about different things before. What I was talking about with this list is kind of like an addition to your posts to add value. It's not like your what Norris was talking about, that your avatar that's who you talk to when you do like your fitness post, your coaching post, like when those type of posts. This is just like your to add value to to people.
Now, Mari, I think you wanted to say something.
Okay, you want us to share the list that I just wrote?
Yeah.
Now, okay. So I wrote down as you were speaking, right? I'm a Christian. I'm a mother. I'm a daughter, sister, and a friend. I love coffee. I'm a pet owner now. I have a dog. I like to help people. I don't know how to say this, but I'm like my family agent. I'm the one buying the tickets for my parents. I'm the one like arranging everything for everybody. So I don't know how to put
You're the
that.
family caretaker.
Yeah, like that. Like everybody calls me, even if my mother's in the yard, she calls me to do something, to talk to my brother who's there next to her. I'm in everything. I'm very independent. Always been like that. And honest. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. At least I go out of my way to do it. I'm over 40 years old. Oh my gosh. I'm in my 40s. I'm a certified medical coder. I always wanted to be a nurse. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to work for Denver Hospital, to become a nurse. And I have problems with my back. I'm much better now, but that is a chronic thing that I have, right? I have my days when I can't even move. I'm divorced, and did I say that I'm strong? So that's what I came up with just now.
That's your brand. That's who you are. And if you stick to that, let's say, for example, your workouts, what you work out because you need to have energy to take care of your family because you're on top of everything. You're always busy. You need energy to run around with them. You eat healthy because you're a single mom and you need to be there for your daughter. Also, you eat healthy because you're a 40-year-old and you want to be fabulous. You do different fitness programs and you have to modify because you have back issues. So your target market, when we speak about people, your target market can be women who have bulging discs in their spinal, who have issues that need to see the chiropractor, who are always constantly seeking massage therapy, who need physical therapy, and who have given up the idea of being physically fit because of their bulging disc or their back problems or their physical ailments. So when you want to invite somebody to make a change, that's one of the things you should tackle, because you can help with that with your story and you know how to guide them with the programs that you have already done. You're a medical field nurse. You can apply that to your career as a coach. And why now as a coach, you can help other people. You've always wanted to be a nurse, but you didn't do nursing. That's a story to write with just you, a picture of Tamari, and say, you know, once when I was little, I always wanted to be a nurse. And whatever happened in your life that didn't allow you to become a nurse, you share that. And I ended up with a medical field certification. And I'm able to be surrounded in a network where people are in need of assistance in their health. I'm happy that through life or whatever, I ended up with coaching. And now I'm not only able to help people with, you know, direct them into medical or drugs, or I hear all of these things with drugs and medicine. Now I can lead them and share with them my tips for health a natural way. And you can share that with others, like experiences that you hear at work, decisions, how many bills people have to pay, the amount of bills, insurance issues, all of that relates to others. And those are posts that you can create and they turn out into a business opportunity post. And you invite them into the opportunity so that they too can also share that. You're a family caretaker. Sometimes, although it's something that you may like to do, it may be something that sometimes you're like, how do you guys deal with this? You know, my mom is in Dominican Republic and she's calling me to do this. And I live in my own house and I have to manage this. Like, how do you deal? You know, the other day you went live on the car and you asked single moms, like, how do they deal with life? As a new pet owner, your conversations should be like, what leash do you buy? Where do people buy food for this dog? Because you're a new mom, you're a new pet mom. You take pictures with that baby, you hashtag that pet, and girl, you have a whole network of other moms, pet moms, who are going to be your BFFs. Because once if I had what do you call those little tiny little puppies? That's the only reason why I want one, so that I can take selfies with them and I can just hashtag it and then send it over, because I don't want to take care of a dog.
It's hard. It's a lot of work.
It is. And you have to share that, you know? You have to share that. And those are pieces that you sprinkle about you. Your story, like on Tuesdays, your transformation story, your throwback Thursday stories, those are where you interject, like what happened when you got divorced. Like, how did that impact your life? You don't have to mention your ex-husband. You don't have to mention his family. You just have to mention the situation. You know what I mean? The struggle. You don't have to be specific. And that's a throwback. How you overcame that moment in your life. You know? So I like that. Anybody else? Because somebody's got to talk, because I drank 2 of these in back to back and I got to go to the bathroom. A ver, I'm going to call you out. Jenny, who are you?
Why me?
Well, because you want to grow this business and you want to share your story.
Well, me, I'm a four, mom four, and like I like to dance. I love to dance, and I love my family. I'm a wife too. Um, Maybe you don't know, but I'm certified medical assistant in phlebotomy. So unfortunately, I can work because the schedule for my kids. So I'm the only one who can go and pick up my kids at school. So when I was trying to find a job, it was full time. They don't pay good, and nobody to go to school and get my kids. So I find teacher assistant, a daycare. I am assistant. So I work full time. So I have 1 hour to go and pick up my kids at school, and then I go and bring them to the house. So I go back to work, and like around 6, I come back to the house. So sometimes I feel like, oh my God, I struggle to put my poster in Facebook. Sometimes I feel tired. I'm like, oh my God, I don't do the right things. I feel tired. Maybe I don't know what I can say. Like Diana said, overthink. Sometimes I want to put something. I'm like, oh my God, they're not going to like it. I don't want to put it. What I can do? So sometimes I'm looking in Google, like, that one is nice, but I don't want to put it. I don't know what people are going to think. So, like, overthink. I'm scared sometimes to put it.
Okay. So how old are your children?
My daughter is 15. One is 10, 12, and 6.
God bless you.
It's hard. Sometimes I feel like today I was cooking and my mom said, "You tired?" I said, "No, mommy, I'm not tired. I'm never gonna be tired. I'm tired only at 11 when I'm going to bed. Over there, I feel tired already."
So you know what your brand is, and I want you to go Google, like, if you Google busy mom, it's gonna come out with a woman in the center and like a lot of different arms coming out of her, right?
Oh my God.
That's you. But guess what? You're not alone. There's other mothers like yourself. But that just shows that you're a hardworking woman who is not a quitter and who's seeking the best for her family. So number one, your story is that you sacrifice your time for being present in your family. Like, you could have been a phlebotomist, but you chose a career that gave you time freedom. And now when you're building, like when you're going to do a post about the business opportunity, now you're seeking this business as a part-time because you want to build your future so that you can be home and not have to be with the in and outs of your house. Yeah. And that's like your present, but you're seeking your future. As a mom of a 15-year-old, you're dealing with a lot of things on how to raise a 15-year-old in this time and age. Those are things that you have to share, like, and connect with other moms on social media who are also moms that are struggling with their 15-year-olds. And you have all these different ages. So you can connect with a different variety, you know? Then you bring in your fitness, which is what helps you stay focused and alive for your family. And you're a healthy eater. So one of the things, like when you're cooking for your family, go live on Facebook and share how you cook for your family. You know, you're a busy woman, but you make time to cook for your family. What is it that you cook for them? And like, make it so that it's not every day that you're going to go live and cook, but make it so that it's like, let's say Thursdays or Wednesdays. You make it at that time. People know Jenny's going to go on and she's going to share a tip to cook. And that way people know that they expect that from you. You're a teacher assistant, so you're surrounded by that environment, and you can connect with teachers. Like, I know teachers look for other teachers to give ideas for like bulletin boards, for seasonal themes, for tricks and tips, like for snacks that, as a teacher, you can help recommend for moms. Like, that was one thing that I used to see, how my students would bring in snacks from home and I would prepare those snacks for my kids. So share that on social media. You see what I'm saying? And you plan those posts out. The other thing I was going to say, when I worked full time and I didn't have a lot of time, I used Pinterest. And on Pinterest, you can have secret boards. Nobody sees your boards on Pinterest. And on the weekend, whenever you find a picture, go create your boards, and you can create 5 different boards. You can create fitness motivation. You can create family lifestyle. You can create healthy foods. You can create transformations. You can create coach opportunity calls or posts. And every time you come across a post, you put the picture in that board. And when you're thinking of posting something, take the picture and post. And then you can use your notes on your phone when you're on lunch break at work and take a day to say, today, this week, I'm going to focus on these 5 posts. And you prepare them in advance. So you have your picture saved in a secret board on Pinterest, and you have your words on notes in your phone. So all you have to do is copy and paste it. And that way you're not overthinking and not thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do today? And it helped me to think 1 week in advance so that I wouldn't be looking for ideas. So you take out your calendar and you take time, but you're going to have to take like a Sunday, 1 hour, 2 hours. At first it's going to take you long. You're going to get a headache, but it's like lesson planning. You're going to figure it out, and it's going to get easier as you do it. Don't wait to get good at something without putting practice and time in it. At the beginning, it's going to be really bad, but then you're going to get good and better at it. Thank you for sharing, Jenny. Anybody else?
I just wanted to tell you, Jenny, that the more you post, the more you're gonna see that people are gonna react to you in a positive way, and they're gonna tell you that they admire you, because the way you look to them, like when I see you, I don't really know you, but I'm like, wow, she has 4 kids. Look at that body, and that's what women out there are gonna say. How the heck does she have that body? What is she doing? Like we the way we criticize ourselves, other people think that we're freaking perfect for some reason when we're not, So, and I think that, I think that's what's happening with me now, that more people are contacting me. I'm talking to more people, and I see, you don't believe that you're helping people. It's like for me as a teacher, the kids graduate or they leave, and you never know if you did anything for them. You hope and you pray that you impacted them somehow, but you don't know. But the more you post and you it's like scary, scary, scary. You let it go and you're like, okay, and then you feel okay. And even when you go live, Michelle said this before too. It's like you're scared, and then when you're on, you're like, hey, people, then you feel okay. So I think that's gonna get better for you.
Yeah, like right now, I don't like to talk too much. I feel like, I'm a person like very friendly, but I know I'm a little bit shy, because right now I feel like I'm chick.
That's good. The more you do it, the better it's gonna feel.
Yeah, sometimes I'll need to say, make a video on life. I'm like, oh my God, how I can do that? Oh my God, you guys said something wrong. They seem like I'm talking real, like I'm not making a video that I can delete it. They're gonna see me. So that's why sometimes I feel like I don't want to do it.
Actually, I think sometimes live is better, because if you record yourself, you're gonna be like, oh no, that was bad, record it again. Oh no, that was bad, record it again. When you're live, that's it.
You say so. Everybody sees, so you can delete it.
Yeah, but you know what? It's charming when you mess up and people are like, and you like, it makes you real, and people end up telling you you're cute,
And then you do. Like,
Diana.
I think I love the fact that now Facebook, Instagram stories and the Instagram and Facebook lives. And you know why? Because a lot of people are hiding behind filters and are hiding behind a perfect world. And the people who are struggling the most and coming out, as you want to say that, is because they like to keep that facade, right? But if you want to be authentic, and nobody can copy that. Like, you can copy posts from different people and try to be successful and try to share with people that that's who you are. But when you share your story original without it being recorded from the heart, you answer a question and you just go with it, go with your heart, and you speak from the heart and you do it from the heart, people are going to feel that. And that's all you need. You don't need to have a rehearsed, you don't need to have all the answers. You just need to be you. And at the end of the day, the more you are, the more successful you will become. You see me today speaking to you with conviction, speaking to you with like, I don't have like notes. I have things that I have to write down to like keep myself on track. But when I speak to you, I now speak to you with confidence. But that wasn't brought from overnight. I've been a coach now for 4 years. And if you go back on Team Conquer and you go back to our first team calls, my cheeks would be burning red. I would tremble. I would cry. I would want to hide. I would get stomach aches. My hands would get sweating because I was putting myself out there as a leader. And I thought to myself, what on earth am I going to lead and teach these people? But you know what? I can only teach what I have learned. And what I have learned is to be resilient and to stay consistent. And you'll see me show up on days when I feel good. And on days when I feel bad, I take an old picture and I repost that baby. And I redo it. If I can't show up, you better bet to believe that I will be there. And if I don't have something to say, I'll find something to say. Do you know what I mean? Because that's where my business relies. So today, we're going to keep it at this. It's going to take us some time, and I want you to be patient, but I also need you to participate. I need you to be active, and I need you to trust the process and just be you. And I want you to start posting the 4 vital behaviors consistently, but post the 4 vital behaviors as they reflect your life. Okay? As they pertain to you, and add value to people from your personal experiences. Not from mine, not from Norris's, not from Diana's, not from Giselle's, not from Damari, from your experiences. Because that's what's going to help people connect to you. And don't expect everybody and their mother to come out of the woods and come and now contact you. Because now that you're being vocal and you're saying that you're doing this, you know what they're going to do? They're going to sit there and they're going to watch to see if it's true. And the proof is in the pudding. If you say you are doing this, now you have to show you are. So stay consistent and do. And the more you learn, the more you'll apply. And that's all for today. The next time we meet, we will be talking about scheduling our posts. Today was just basically crafting ideas for our post. We didn't get to a call to action, but I think everyone knows that at the end of your post, you should always, and this is something that we hear all the time, so what? So what you worked out today? So what you have a transformation? So what you admire this woman? So what you have 5 kids? So what you have a career? So what? And that so what is what's going to tell other people what is it that they need to do? How is it that it connects to them? So I'm just going to ask you a few things to just jot down, because this way we'll say, so always end or try to put a question in towards the end of your post. So does this relate to you? Does my story sound like yours? Why do you feel this way? You know, something else that you want to always say to people: let's connect, message me, reach out to me. I want to help. When you finish a workout, something you can say is, I didn't want to work out today, but after I work out, I feel so happy that I need to share it with the world. You need to feel this happiness too. Message me. I want to help. I want to share with you a post that I have on my Facebook from like 4 years ago. And obviously, I didn't know much. I used to just practice. And I would say things like, I'm looking for a few people who want to lose 10 to 15 pounds and are ready for a change. And then I give the example, I'm going to teach you how you're going to achieve your own success story with an amazing group of women. It has been an amazing so far. Again, I need people who are totally committed and ready to make a change. So you're telling them, I'm not speaking to everybody. I'm only speaking to the totally committed and the ones who are ready to make a change. If that's you, then message me or inbox me for more details. I'll share the same verbiage in the chat. Another one that I did a long time ago, 2014, I like to have fun in the kitchen. Sundays are a good day to prep ahead for a healthy week. It doesn't matter how much you sweat at the gym or the workout. If you don't keep your nutrition in check, it's all for nothing. So I'm kind of telling them my tip. Listen, don't kill yourself at the gym. Make sure you're eating right. If you don't know what to eat, message me. I'll share my meal plan with you. Immediately, people will message you and be like, can you give me ideas on your meal plan? Can you share that recipe? And if you go on Instagram stories and you share your cooking, you're going to get questions on what seasoning was that? How did you do that? Or why is it that you're using those containers? When I used to post my positive, my motto for today: no need to rush, no schedules, just relax. Hope you can do the same. And I'll post like a positive quote. You can see it. Something else, and I'm sharing with you towards the end. Here's one about my family. I shared with my children. I shared a picture of my 2 kids. They are 7 years apart, and it's a struggle to help them get along. All I want is when they grow up to be adults, that they have a strong relationships. Do you have a strong relationship with your brother or sister? And I posted a picture of my kids. So I'm not just posting my family. I want my followers to connect with my family and to go ahead and share with their family with me. And share why you do what you do. And that's exactly what you're going to get. All right. So hope you found value in this, and I will see you in the field. See you guys on Saturday. See all the pictures that you're going to post from Super Saturday. Also, let me know if you're in New York City and you are attending, so that we know to save some seats and we can sit together at Super Saturday. Okay. So message us and let us know so that chairs can be saved. Take care, guys. Have a good night.